Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 of the Star Wars Interworlds 0.73 mod. And we are picking up pretty much where we left off. I thought for this little introduction, we'd have a little bit of a look at some battles between the CSA and the ICG. We are technically at this moment in time doing a mission for the CSA, just to get the rep up a little bit from those minus figures. It's a patrol mission, so it should get us a couple of points, keep us kind of in the black with them, so to speak. But one of the reasons I thought we'd have a look at this battle is because this is the ICG's flagship, their Lucas Hull battleship, flagship Lucas Hull battleship. No fancy name, doesn't need one. It's just a big donut in space. Slash aliens, the Watchers, the Guardians, the Sentinels, whatever they call them in Aliens ship. So yeah, I figured we would watch that. Just before we do that, though, I just need to come out of Setter. Which shift to? There you go. We do just watch it while we do a little bit of introduction, save the usual rubbish that we look at, and we get to sort of see what's going on. So it looks like we're fighting some little ships. We've got some of the whatever those are. We've got one of those. We've got the Lucas Hull, obviously, some Geonosian frigates. There's plenty of fighters.
We found something.
I think we're probably on the tail end of this. I do want to just quickly claim it. Tail end of this battle. It looks like there's been quite a few acclimators
Unknown ship
destroyed in the making of this battle. Right, let's just quickly fly towards it, just see if we can see a little bit more. I don't want to get in this fight. We've got no kind of like thingies in this. Technically we're allied with the ICG, but it's an alliance of convenience for us. So yeah, that's a dead acclimator and a dead Venator. It's always a shame to see in it. Such a nice looking ship, the old Venator. Oh, dead station as well. So there's been some yeah, the whatever's, because they're all Quintons. So this fleet has basically stomped and killed, and I think they're probably just mopping up little fighters as it stands at the moment. Yeah, looking at that, fighters are definitely I think the way to win a lot in this game, because if you look at like the bigger ships, especially at range, how obviously weight of fire will eventually get them. But it does take a long time. I think on the original Imperial campaign we did, that's one of the reasons we did so well against the New Republic fleets, because we were going in with like hundreds of fighters. We had like much bigger. Oh, a bit of friendly fire there. Oh, that's not good for business, is it? Can we figure out what you are firing at? Oh, they've got a couple of CR-70s. Another good looking ship, the CR-70. Not a bad little ship either from what I've seen. I've only had the freighter, I think. Unless, did we have any on the original Imperial one? I can't remember. They're a good little gunship, obviously predecessor to the Corellians. That's that battle done and dusted. So yeah, oh, we got a defender there. Let's have a look at how these defenders are doing, and then we'll go in and we'll scoop in up some of these ill-gotten gains. Just be careful if that station's got any loot. We'll probably not pick anything up, because I think that's what triggered the Imperial station to attack us, because we were after all the goods and stuff like that. Ooh. What are they? Are they
IG-77E.
Oh, IG. Wow, they look. Wow. Okay, we might need to get some of these. Wow, they are absolutely decimating that. Alright, so we need a wing of these for sure. We're going to order some of those. So yeah, the plan kind of today is get the Providence. So we've got a nice Providence. And take out that hut station, and now seeing how these things work in a wave there. Oh, and they've got turrets as well. Okay, so that's a good gunship. We need some of those. I've had the freight versions of these, and they're a good little freighter, but I've never really paid them much heed, if I am honest. But in a wing, these are pretty brutal. Yeah, because they've got guns all over. I didn't realise the military version was so well armoured up. Okay, yeah, we need some of those. Those will be good for taking on the huts. We've just eaten an Arquintons. Obviously, it's got support fire from the Luca and whatnot. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, and then basically just grow our reputation with the Mandalorians, essentially. So that is the plan. We should be able to take out that hut station pretty easy. I was thinking if we get the Providence first, it might be a nice little test of it. We'll see how it goes one-on-one against the Hut Pirate Station. Get an idea of how tough they actually are, because it's all right looking at stats and stuff like that, but sometimes it is nice just to kind of like see what they have, like what they actually can do, because there's always such as in real life as well. Oh, he's got guns on the bottom as well. Turrets on the bottom. Wow, these are beastie. I like this. Oh, I'm tempted to have one of these for ourselves as well. Oof. Nasty. Right, cool. So let us just have a quick look on the map. What we got here? Micro gimbals. We have a little sweep. Got a couple of minutes left of this mission. The way to exploit the game in this, to get reputation and stuff like that, is to essentially accept missions for patrol missions and stuff like that, but don't get involved in the combat. You do get paid extra if you get involved with the combat, so if you are fighting, like legitimately fighting for a faction, they are good to get engaged if you can. There's no point in taking on things that will definitely kill you, because like this game is not for the faint of heart as regards to kind of, if you expect to be in your very favourite ship and that happens to be a Fang like we're in at the minute, or an X-Wing or something like that, you ain't going to go up and do a Luke Skywalker or a Wedge Antilles, because it's just not how the game works, unfortunately. You will die horribly, painfully. But such is life. I'm And that's kind of one of the reasons I like it. I do. I mean, who doesn't like being the big bad hero and running around and killing everything? So, like, games like space games and stuff like that, I like them being tactical. With a little bit of element of tactics and stuff like that. Which is, you know, one of the reasons why I like this so much. But then other types of games, so like fantasy games, sword and board kind of, or sword and sorcery type of games, I would much rather be the superhero of that realm quest line or something like that, and basically just be the mega killer of IG-77E Corvette. That's what we want. What are you now blowing up? Oh, wow. They are just like a CR-70 is, you know, it's not the best ship in the world, but it's not the worst. How many have they got? 1, 2. So there's only 3, and they're being backed up by Scarabs. Maybe I need to. Oh, they've got quite a few. Oh, so maybe a wing of 4 or 5 of them would be pretty good. Right, looks like. Ooh, hello.
Battleship.
Hello. So we've got our boarding ship going out, boarding pod. So we should have a new ship soon. Or is it as the ship it was after being destroyed? Where are you going? Have they taken it back? Ah, well. These things happen, worse things happen at sea, and all that. We've just flown by a load of loot, but we are flying towards some light proton torpedoes. Oh, we'll take that seminar if we can see it. Is it this way? Essentially, get scramble some money together for the Providence. We're nearly there. We're not far off the Providence, I don't think. I think it's 60 million. We've probably got about 40 million. So it shouldn't take too long. We'll essentially do as usual. We'll sit in Seta for a little while and collect all that good stuff. We'll get these
container.
Yeah, seminars and stuff like that. They're always useful. Okay, so we, like I said, we're gonna reconvene in Tatooine, near our little defense base. Start bounce to position. Where's our boarding pod? Right, you've got confused, haven't you, little poppet? Can I? Yeah, we can tell you to dock and wait. Where's that one? Can you? Where did you come from? Did you come from you? Dock and wait to you. Okay, so that's going to be annoying. They're going to be on our minimap for the end of eternity. Unless, can we put an order in to recall subordinates? Oh, we've got one of them. Recall subordinate. Maybe that will work. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Right, yeah, so we're going to fly to Tatooine. We're going to save up our pennies. We've got 30 million there. We've got about another 10 million. Over 10 million, surely. Yeah, nearly sort of 16, 17 million there. We've also got a man. Oh, we've been... Oh, that was last time, wasn't it? We got promoted. Yeah. So everything is looking good and dandy to get the Mandalorian fleet online, and we are also looking good and dandy to get what we want from the ICG. Now the only place I think we can buy the Providence from is from here. Ooh, good stuff. We will not be picking a fight with them. We've just crashed into something. Because their likelihood or not is they're going to start a mega war with us. 65 million we need. They've not got enough resources at the minute, but that's fine. So we're just over halfway. Right, so I will see you very shortly. So just while we're waiting for the money to kind of come in, I thought there was a mission in Tatooine basically for destroying mines. I figured we'd have a little, almost as if we're in a shooting range situation. So fangs are brilliant as a little interceptor craft. The only slight downside with them is the range on the weapons. Like 2.5 clicks, we're not in range, which is pretty bad. But they are a very much run and gun kind of like constantly moving ship. For those that are interested, the best use is, if you're going to use one, is basically get other things distracted by, you know, in your fleet, or have a big wing of them. On their own, they're good. You can outmaneuver stuff because of how quick they are and stuff like that. Like strafe wise and stuff like that, they're pretty good. You can get out of the way of missiles usually. You can kind of like, you've got some good maneuverability, but if you do get hit, you're not going to last long under prolonged fire, and it can be easy to kind of like outmaneuver yourself, if you get what I mean. So you know, you're in a dogfight with a couple of other fighters and ships. It's very, very easy to sort of get yourself a little bit in trouble, so to speak. But they are a good fighter, and those chain guns, because of the sheer amount of fire, they're really good, and they're only burst fire, but like they don't overheat particularly quick. And I believe there's a little bit of shield ignoringness. Equipment, would it be under weapons? Engines? Nope. Military. Weapons, there we go. Chain gun. Mandeli motors, chain gun. So yeah, we've got massive 5.5 rounds a second coming out, which is pretty good. Quite good heat build up and stuff like that. Does it actually say anywhere? So mass driver chain gun is a ship mounted weapon that launches solid projectiles at breakneck speed towards a target, typically by rapidly accelerating projectile. The electromagnetic leaves cannon. Some mass drivers, such as this one, originally produced by fed projectiles via a magazine, allowing the cannon to fire at a reasonably fast rate. Barrels need to come down. Mass drivers are able to seriously damage a starship's hull because of their nature as a projectile weapon. So I don't know if that means that they can, like, essentially ignore some of the shield. I know on well, it's not going to tell us on there because we've never bought one. This will only ever tell you what you've discovered, but like the battle stations are pretty damn good. Mandalorian like battleship weapons and station cannons and stuff like that are pretty epic. Right, accept all estimates. What are we looking like? We're on 39 million. We are making money pretty damn quick. We could make it 55 if we were to drain our bank accounts, which I don't want to do just yet, just for the annoyance. We're looking at, I think I said 60 odd million. Was it 64? So if we go on there again, the prices do change quite drastically in games as well. So if you're not in a rush to get ships, it's always worth looking at how much. So originally it was 64. It's now gone up to close to 70 million. But that can change. So if we just go into setup, we'll use this as a little bit of a kind of like how to look at stuff. It sometimes will update it while you're in the menu as well. So extra large, Providence, Pirate Providence. So we're at 68 million at the moment. We'll see what this goes down to while we're in setter. If it goes down, we'll just get a minute or so. Alright, so I've just paused it a minute. It had not refreshed it while just sat here. That were a good couple of minutes. But when I clicked on that engine and then swapped it back, I don't actually know why we haven't got that engine, because it's a faster engine. Oh yeah, because it's a hell of a lot more for a couple of meters per second. You can see there it's now gone up to 77 million, so it's gone up. You can also see that the station is missing some components. If we were to go and fill these components, usually the price goes down, because I think the way it works it out, and I could be wrong, tell me if I am, but I believe the way it works is essentially it works out the cost of the ship and all the different components, and then it adds on what it will cost the station to buy these materials. Now, I have been thinking to kind of like expand our operation a little bit, going into the whole missile production. We would need a couple of add-on modules, so it's not going to be that soon, but we could basically start getting a missile component factory on. It doesn't take that much, so for your Durasteel plates, I think you need refined metals and graphene. We never come across Durasteel plates, really. But yeah, graphene is methane, refined metals is energy cells and ore. So it wouldn't be a push for us to basically get Durasteel plates up and running. Unless, is it under building modules? Could it be under anything else? Wares? I don't think it's under wares. Oh, I tell a lie. It is. Yeah, so graphene and refined metals. So it wouldn't be hard for us to do it. So that is an option for the future, for sure. Anyway, after that little bit of a tangent, I'm going to... Have we got any more missions popping up in our system? No, not yet. So I'm going to go back to our fleet. And essentially just hang around a little bit until we've got that money and we've got our Providence up and running. We'll probably come back unless something interesting happens once the Providence is built and once we actually have it in our system space. This little Mandalorian fleet, we're going to hang back for the minute because I don't want the ships getting destroyed and a base attack. Because I think it'll be a good little fleet to have when we take on the Hutts in their space for anti-fighter, because the Dune Lizards and the Lance are pretty good at anti-fighter capabilities, so I think we should be golden with those. Look at that little fleet growing. Yeah, so we'll keep them specifically for anti-fighter defences. Methinks.
Autopilot.
I do like
Disengage.
autopilot in small ships. It just works. Anyway, right, I will see you in a moment. Alright, back again. Just, I figured we might try and take a little bit of an advantage of this situation and help ourselves and also get a bit of reputation as well as do a bit of trading with our HWKs, because it's kind of sat around. So we're getting the goods that we need to, and this is on the back of, I think it was Matt asked about some basics of the game, like setting stuff up and that. So we've gone onto his little trade tab, and if you click on any of these, it tells you like what things are bought in what system and what are sold and for what price and how many they have and how many they need and that kind of thing. So when I'm doing this and I know I need to get quite a few, I tend to pause it because, like everything else in the game, the prices do fluctuate with how many they've got in stock and stuff like that. And I've found in the past, if you do it like this, it doesn't change the price, so you can basically buy more without spending money. I think it works on kind of like a supply and demand kind of system. So they're at 161 at the minute. We'll do another trade. I mean, this is eating into our profits a little bit, but and we're wanting to sell it to these guys. Now we're selling it specifically to these because we need to. It just so happens that we are making money on the sales, and it does tell you down here what you're making. So that's the value of the transaction, and that's how much we're making. We're making 39,000 credits off of this particular deal. It does update it now. So remember, it was at 11161. It's now gone up, so it doesn't actually matter. The only thing it does probably change is the fact that because we can only take 150 of these at a time. If something bigger came and basically could clear that out, could put a massive order in, and we would be scuppered, so to speak. And you can see there it's reflected. We're losing money, or we're not making as much money on that. So we'll do a couple with that, and then we'll tell it to dock and wait. We'll return it to base. We'll get the Phantom. You can do another one for us as well. So trade with. And everything's colour coordinated as well. So at the minute it's in amber, which means it's not a good price, and it tells you there it's 18% from average price, whereas these components are 50% lower than usual. So you can, if you kind of like really want to go into that trade aspect of it, make quite like. Go proper in depth for it quite easily. Like this can be so, although it is kind of like a space combat game, you can very much run this game as a trade sim if you wanted. If you didn't want to get involved in any of the combat and you just wanted to make a trade empire, you could do to a degree. Once you get big and you're making lots of money, unless you're balancing your books and trading with all the different factions and stuff like that, you do kind of lose a little bit in the fact that we gained some reputation with the Galactic Empire. That's good. Yeah, exactly it. So when you're doing lots of trades and stuff like that, at a certain point, and it does tell you on one of these screens, like professions, not professions. Where is it? Is it on messages? There's one as so you get updates fairly regularly from the Commerce Guild, and it will tell you what your ranking is. So like if you're a private company, and there's pluses and downsides. So when you're considered an equal to small private company or merchant brand, government representatives may start taking notice of your actions, which basically means if we start being aggressive towards one of their faction's allies, or trading a lot with another faction, like if we were trading a lot with the New Republic, the Galactic Empire might turn around to us and sort of say, we don't like that, and you might start losing reputation. Same as what happened with us and the CSA. So the CSA, we didn't actually do anything to the CSA. We were at 0, I think we were, but because we were working with factions that they don't like, it kind of like they went, well, we don't like that, we're going to go down. And if you ever get stuck of where to find out who's with who and who's doing what, you can look under the factions under your encyclopedia tab, and it will tell you, like, so the Enoch Federation, they don't like the Galactic Empire, they don't like the Hutts, they don't like the Mandalorian Raiders, they don't like the Sith Empire, they don't like the Valerian Syndicate, they don't like Yuuzhan Vong. Some of these are usually common. Hutt pirates, Mandalorian, any pirate faction, most don't like it, and they might have some enemies in like a pinky raid. That means the hostile towards them. They won't openly attack, but they won't trade. They don't want anything to do with them. With the Enoch Federation and the New Republic, that's kind of like scripted. That will eventually lead to a war. If you look at the Black Sun, everyone's their enemies, and they really don't like the main factions, like most of the main factions. And say if you look at the Mandalorian Death Watch, they have no allies. They're pretty much in it for themselves. They don't have any enemies as such, but they are hostile to all the big factions. So the Galactic Empire, the Imperial Ascendancy, the New Republic, the Rebel Alliance, they don't like them, but they do a lot of trading with the CSA in that area space. So like if you're thinking about different starts with different factions and stuff like that, you have got like those kind of things to think. So you can start with the Enoch Federation. They are fairly chill with everyone apart from the Galactic Empire and the Hutt Pirates to start out with. They're kind of like your mercenary neutral faction. Your CSA are pretty chill with everyone apart from the ICG. They do go to war with the ICG. You start at minus with the ICG. Empire doesn't like Ascendancy, Rebels, New Republic. Imperial Ascendancy doesn't like Galactic Empire, New Republic. Oh yeah, and most of them hate. So the big factions hate all the other big factions basically. And the Hutts, they don't like the Corporate Sector Alliance and the New Republic. Basically, the factions that make like all their wares that they actually have illegal, and they don't like us as well. They don't like the Pirate Kings. So yeah, so I just thought we'd quickly go over that while we're waiting. We're at 42 million now. The ship, if we have a look, XL Providence, it's down to 63 million. So, oh no, that's just the hull in it. Oh no, it's down to 63 million. So we'll pause it. We've got 42 million in the bank. If we pause it and leave it at that price, we might actually be able to afford it. So waiting is good sometimes, because by trading with them, we might have actually affected the price of that. Plus, how much is that going to give us? 45 million. We've made money off those trades. Oh, we're literally just off. Oh, you horrible, horrible person. Don't we know how much you've got in your bank account? And we're just... So we got 62.9. Right, let's just see if we unpause it. See if we can get it at the price that we need it at. If it drops lower, that would be fantastic. We need to be out of this screen though, ideally, because we need to be basically spamming this accept estimate. Confirm. Oh, we just put all the money back in the bank accounts as well. Oh god, it's all going wrong. Confirm. Accept. Confirm. What? No. I want all the money. Confirm. 63. Right, pause, because it was 63. Yeah, I think we've got enough. Right, buy ships. Providence. 63. Yay, we can afford it. And because we waited a bit, I would have paid a little bit more than that, if I'm honest. But we can add that to the order. And we'll confirm that order. And we'll unpause it now. And we've got us Providence on the way. It's going to take a little while because it will need to fill out that order for the missiles. Missile components in this game seem to be like quite hard to get. I think do the Mandalorians make a lot of stuff like that? Yeah, so like Mandalorians like to make missiles. So Mandalorians are good for weapons. But a lot of the factions tend to that's usually quite a low supply. New Republic seem to be always on a short, but a lot of the New Republic ships require missile components like X-wings and stuff like that. But yeah, that's right. So we've got one incoming any minute. So when we come back, we will have our new ship. Will we be able to? I mean, we could start going after some of these trade ships as well if we wanted to. I've left them alone at the minute because if we start destroying all the trade ships, then they will the Hutts will start sending ships to investigate. And I want to take out the station first and save our things. Anyway, I will see you when we have a Providence set in our system. Alright, we are back. The Providence is waiting for us in Geonosius because there's some Yuzon Vong attacking in the system. So I figured if the fight is still there anyway, it looks like it's been destroyed. We'll have a fly down and we will see if we can't find those Yuzon Vong fighters. There's our little Providence. It needs a name, so if anyone wants to give it a name, please do drop it in the comment section as ever.
Wharf.
Yeah, there was definitely some Vong kicking around here. Had a little nibble at our station as well, but it was not set.
Unknown station.
That to me will be a Vong station. We select it. There we go. Yep. So let's do the usual run around the station. Bear with me 1 second. Unfortunately, you might hear some text messages in the background because we got a little bit of a pulley dog at the minute. So obviously got to keep on ears on that just in case we need to go to the emergency vet. He's been once already. He's got something called pancreatitis, which makes him a bit poorly. But he's having a bit of a bad day with it. But he seems okay at the minute. But yeah, I do need to be aware, just in case, because you got to look after your pets, haven't you? And we've all. So while we were away in York, unfortunately, so we have a male rabbit and a female rabbit. The male rabbit did have, the procedure. Basically, had his nuts cut off a long time before we got the female rabbit. The idea was it would be nice company for him. But he doesn't like her. He's a bit of an antisocial rabbit. Sometimes it happens with rabbits. They're very territorial. They can be quite aggressive. They're not the cute, cuddly, harmless things people sometimes make them out to be. But anyway, yeah, when we were in York, they got out. They had a bit of a kerfuffle and stuff. And we think there might have been a little bit of, you know, the deed, the mucky deed, the baby deed done. Now we don't think she's pregnant. However, she is doing all the usual behaviours that a rabbit would do if it thinks it's pregnant. Rabbits can go through something called a phantom pregnancy. All animals can go through a phantom pregnancy. To be honest, dogs can. I think cats can. I know dogs can. Because I know someone who had a spaniel who had a phantom pregnancy, and it's like the animal. It's convinced it's the real thing. But yeah, she's going through a bit of that as well. So we've got to keep an eye on her because she started nesting. And one of the things they start doing when they're nesting as well, when they think they're pregnant, is they also pull out their fur. So we've got to keep an eye on her. It's all go at the minute in the old Gumption household. It's all go. But, you know, there you go. Useless stuff you didn't need to know while we fly towards this beautiful ship. That is the Providence. Probably one of the best looking ICG ships, to be honest. Looks sleek. Looks like a warship. Also looks like it would work as a luxury star liner. It's got a lot of, for me anyway, it's got a lot of like Mon Cal inspirations and stuff like that in it. We'll just do a little bit of a flyby on the deck. I think it does work as well as a carrier. It's got all those weird spikes. I don't know where these spikes came from. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah, it's got all these little weird... I'm assuming they're kind of like... I can't believe I just shot my own ship. Protrusions, but as you can see, it's quite a nicely rendered model. I think it's one of the older ones now. We've got the back. Is this the forward bridge, like the battle bridge? I would assume it's a battle bridge anyway, which is pretty nice. One of the reasons I like this is because of the front end. It's got that look of a kind of like a bird of prey, like a hawk type of thing. But yeah. Oh, this has got the one with a couple of bridges on it. Plenty of gun points on it. And you've also got the top bridge, like an observational bridge protruding from the top, which is pretty good.
Please hold. We will be scanning your inventory.
Scan away, my friend. But yeah, it's a good looking ship, isn't it? Well, we're just getting scanned. Because if we run away from a scan, we get in trouble. We'll just have a look.
We found nothing.
You won't. You're not going to find anything because I'm not carrying anything, mate. But yeah, look at that. Nice ship, and it's ours. Jolly good. So let's just...
Docking granted.
Docking granted. We'll have a fly in. We'll dock. We're going to tell the other Mandalorian ships to dock with us as well. That way, if we get destroyed, you know, we'll get them all. It's got this cool Venator style massive landing pad for all the ships. So we've now got a war carrier. So we've got the Quasar, the Gonzales, but we also have the where's it? See. There we go. Yeah, we also have this. This will serve as a good carrier, probably like the main fleet carrier. We can fill it with quite a few nice ships. In fact, while we are, if you hold control as well, you can select multiple ships. Dock and wait. And another thing you can do as well, if you hold shift, it lets you drag That's something I remember the other day. So we've got the little bridge section that will take us, you know, the floating floor. All the different docking areas and the bridge. I believe this is just a standard bridge. Yeah, just standard style X4 bridge that you see quite a lot. You've got crewman. Ty Becker. That's cool. It's like a detective name, isn't it? And they've got Brant Keswin. It's our bridge crew. Toby. To be. I can't pronounce your second name, mate. What is it? Giorno? To be Giorno or not to be Giorno? That is the question. That's Shakespeare. Yana Ryder. Yeah, Yana Ryder. And then Dresden. And who's our captain? Captain Lanny Silan. I quite like that. Silan. It's a decent name. So lately I've been watching a lot of films. We just fly to this station. Been watching a lot of films. We need to configure the turrets as well.
Autopilot.
Put it on autopilot.
Engage.
Wow, this is a heavy ship to manoeuvre. Attack all enemies. We want you on capitals. We want you on capitals. Heavy tractor beam. Is that going to be something that is... Oh, heavy protons. We definitely want that on capitals as well. If you've got a heavy missile launcher, you always put it on capitals because it's pointless launching them at fighters, and it costs a fair bit to kind of get them back. To replace them.
Autopilot.
Right,
Disengage.
so let's have a look. Right, so obviously I've just been flying a Fang. This is a heavy ship. We're going upwards for some reason. I don't know why we're going upwards. Is this because we're docking? I don't know.
Unknown station.
This should be a good test, mini test. And then we'll go and take out that Hutt base. Vong are always best to deal with when you can. I do not know if I'm the right way up or not. The problem of space. Oh, the engines are pretty nice as well. They're not massively glaringly...
Irrigate.
Yeah, Vong base is always best to deal with because otherwise they can cause mischief. Right, didn't we have the Lancer? Right, I want you to attack that. Lancer should be able to take out that. Not a problem. And then we'll tell it to dock and wait. Once it's done that... Oh no, we might not be able to dock because it's a medium ship. And I don't think this has medium capacity. Now, I don't know where... I should really check where all the hard points is. I don't know if this is a broadsider or a straight-on ship. Let's just pause it. Let's have a quick look. So, where can we see turrets? Do it the old-fashioned way. We'll use our eyes. We've got one on the top. We've got one on... Are they turrets on the top? Are the spiky bits meant to be turrets? We have got turrets, haven't we? Yeah, because we've armed them. Oh, is that the... No. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, back to that. I've been watching a lot of films lately. And I basically watched all the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which was good to rewatch. I didn't watch... So somewhere on DVD I have the special editions, which are the extended cuts, which are the better film, in my opinion. But the originals are still pretty damn good. Wow, we are slow. Slow Chungus. Right, we're going to have to get some speed mods on this, for sure. But yeah, that was good. So it's nice watching old films sometimes. I would like the Lord of the Rings. I remember seeing them all at the cinema, and then I got the Fellowship of the Ring on VHS. Oh, hello. And I also watched Star Trek Beyond as well. Ooh, you've got a lot of missile launchers. That's good. Oh, she does damage. She is a damage dealer for sure. Can she take a hit though? That's always the key. Oh yeah, we're not even taking a scratch off this. Not even taking a scratch, mate. Not even taking a scratch. She seems pretty. Maybe it's more of a missile battleship. She's definitely got some good firepower. I mean, a Vong station's not the best thing to test it out on because they are pretty weedy, hit points wise, and this one was already damaged. So yeah, so this is like lots of heavy proton torpedoes. We're actually probably going to take this back to base, to the H&K Horsell and Castle shipyards, because I'm going to restock those torpedoes. Oh, we've got plenty of Vong. She is standing around like so. Vong ships. If you've never seen a Vong ship, this is a Vong ship. It's brown. It's crispy. It looks like a twiglet slash poo slash burnt piece of branch. But they are quick and they are pretty nimble. And this is doing a. Well, this one's a bit stupid because it's flying straight towards us. But we are doing a good job of taking them out. All right, I like this ship. This ship's good. Right, so I think we've got the bruiser that we needed. You.
Lancer patrol craft.
Oh, we can't give commands there, can we? Why would you be able to give a command there, eh? Dock, and you can't dock and wait, so you're just going to follow us for a minute. That's fine. Look at these guys just turning up and say, yeah, we did that. Halt. Oh, it's scanning the other one. Right, so we need to go here. We need to rearm with missiles because I've got a feeling we've probably used quite a few already. Firing 6 missiles at once is pretty. Well, it's 6 missiles at once is pretty. Oh, we've got 107 in total, but we are going on the warpath after this. So I would rather make the little pit stop now rather than later, and then we're going to make a start of attacking this station. So we will get this one flying and waiting here. That way we've got backup if we need it to just sort of send in, and then we can release our patrol fleets and stuff like that. So yeah, I will see you very shortly once we have restocked and rearmed and all that good stuff.
Autopilot epically failed.
Okay, so we're docked. So it gave the autopilot the fancy docks. How about that? That's not very fair, is it? Right, we want to go to the ship dealer. And we need to go and to Jinko Technica. Hello, bodiless lady.
Hello.
Very nice what you've got on. Upgrade a ship. We want missiles. Can you give me missiles? Missiles, missiles, missiles. Yes, thank you. Add to shopping list. Confirm order. Let's have a look at upgrades as well while we're here. Is it the workbench? So, we could actually get more missiles if we wanted by adding a ship rack, external rack. Sensors, lightweight steel. So that's a mass mod. So we could install that. It would cost us 50,000 credits, which is not a problem, but it will have a negative effect. What would we be looking at? Oh. Awesome. So that looks like it had no negative effect. That's good. We'll stick with that. You don't need any upgrades to your weapons. Engines, hyperdrive calibration. So we could make it... Engine forward thrust. Rotational. That could be good. Right, so strafe is reduced, but we do get a little bit more on the yaw and the pitch and stuff like that, which I'm happy with, because usually strafing these is not something that you can do anyway. Right, cool. We've got a couple of mods for it. We'll quickly see the trader so we can get rid of some of the junk that we have acquired. Because you got to do your wheeling and dealing. We'll have a look at here. We might have enough for some alien omelets. We do. Craft. Craft diet. There we go. So alien omelets are good because alien omelets get you lots of money.
Here you go.
There you go. 1 million, and that's an average price for it. That's your standard price. We also have 3 artifacts. It's a bit of a lower price for it, but that's not too bad. We will take these as well, the piloting ones, because they're always useful. We'll get rid of. Have we got any? We'll get rid of any of this junk that we've got. Confirm. There we go. Goodbye.
Good luck out there.
Ooh, what's that protruding for you? Oh, it's the way the lights go. I thought his little eyepiece thing was actually sticking out. Oh, that's a bit of a brave choice there, my friend. Those kind of like things remind me a lot of the what do we call it? The Maelstrom Gang from thingy Cyberpunk, which is a game I haven't played since the update, which is a shame. Right, cool. So let's go and meet the fleet. Start guidance. I don't like this line abreast when it's all the fighters. Right, let's go for point guard. Might be good. Forward cross, inverse point guard. Yeah, point guard's good because then all the other ships will basically create a guard, like a little shield for this, because this has got some good firepower, but it is fairly weak. Right, cool. So
Autopilot engaged.
we're going to take our new and improved ship, which is a tiny little bit quicker now, and should be able to maneuver a bit quicker. And we're going to plough into that Tatooine base, and we're going to give it a good thrashing, old boy. So we'll see you when we get there. Alright, so we're back. We are going to move the fleet up a little bit. So from... There's a button you can press and it tells you the distances. Oh well. We're basically going to just barrel towards it when we remember how to press buttons. Oop. Get charged up. So we are 132 clicks away. And that's our fighter wings. They are pretty much in range. So I want to see how well this does on its own. We're going to go for the usual tactic for the under bombardment. We should be able to look at this, get an idea of what we're armed like. So actually, it's pretty well out. No, regardless of which way we attack it, we're going to be thinking. If we get directly underneath it, it should hopefully stop these from. So best case, well, what we'd like to think is it reduces their ability to fire from us because we've got dead spots there. Best case scenario, it fires anyway and it starts blowing itself up. So yeah, that is the plan. We are going to need to do some slight micro. This stops fairly quick, so we should be able to get into about 10 clicks maybe, and then hit the brakes, and that should bring us nicely underneath our target. We'll try and get some nice shots of this firing.
Awaiting orders.
Should check the range of the weapons. Off to one side is pretty nice as well. Right, so stop. Right, let's back up a little bit. Oh no, we're perfect spot. We've got the missiles going. Or one side of the missiles anyway. Oh no, all missiles are away. Oh, look at that, beautiful. And yet we've reduced its field of fire, so it's going to struggle taking us out. What sort of damage are we taking? Oh, we are taking some damage. So the consideration you need to take in picking your fights is, and how much damage you're taking, is basically just so we can get this job done. I'm not confident that we'll be able to do it without taking significant damage. And we don't want to get too much damage because that means we have to go back to the repair station and get fixed up. Those missiles are not doing as much damage as I would like. We are getting some damage. Oh, we've taken out the first of the defense platforms, which is good. Well, if you look at that, as you can see, like the top ones aren't able to fire on us, so we're only taking hits from the bottom. And here comes the rest of the fleet. Look at that, lovely, beautiful, man, beautiful. I do like seeing the torpedoes kind of like hammer away. Wish they'd do more damage though. And once we get the Mandalorian fleet built, if we manage to get the Mandalorian fleet built, it will be very nice to see how well that does against stations, because I've got a feeling they'll be able to eat most of the Hut stations pretty nicely. So our what do you call it? Our Reaver ship has come in. Did we name that? If we've not named it, I'm going to call it the Reaver. Not as in a good tactical position as I would have liked. I should have actually told it to attack, to focus on attacking turrets. Got the Valor coming in nice and slow. Look at that. Pew, pew, pew. How's the station doing?
Pirate Freeport.
15% information, 8% hull. Again, this fleet doesn't seem to have much in the way of massive damage dealing, because the Hut stuff is reasonable. In kind of like power and stuff like that, but they're not great. I wouldn't say they're like top tier faction. Are you just hanging back?
Valor class cruiser.
Oh, was that firing? Is that fire coming from you? Because that's not in range of that station, is it? And what are you guys doing?
Genosian frigate.
No, you just sat there. Okay. Oh, because you're on coordinated attack. Right. Trigger. So we're down to half shield, so I don't know what that was doing unless it overshot its jump. It threw me because the recusant was attacking of its own volition, whereas everyone else wasn't. Probably used up quite a lot of missiles in this attack. I mean, to say we don't like the recusant that much, it's done quite a bit of damage. It's taken a lot of the top end off. Maybe we're not in kind of like an optimal position to make use of the Providence at the minute. Maybe it is better as a straight on ship. We can try that actually. So we can just bring her up. Let's just have a look, see if that's helpful. I mean, technically speaking, if we do go this way up, there's less of it for us to hit. Can't say I'm a big fan of big sticky out bridges on ships. Like, I get they look cool and stuff like that, and like for a non-combat ship, like maybe a liner or something like an exploration vessel, it's good, or like a tug ship, like the Falcon with a cockpit on the side. It makes sense in that regard because obviously you've got the yeah, we've nearly wrecked the station. That's good. Yeah, it makes sense because you can kind of like see around you, see over if you're towing anything and stuff like that. But on something like a warship, like, and I watched Star Trek Beyond. I can't remember if I said this, but I watched Star Trek Beyond, and it's been a long time since I saw that. I went to see it at the cinema, and for whatever reason at the time, I didn't like Star Trek Beyond. I didn't think it was a very good film. Like, it just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't gel with it particularly well. But after watching it again, I was actually no, this is a very good film. But like, yeah, if you've not seen Star Trek Beyond, they take out the ships. The bad guys take out the ship's nacelle using these mining drone probe things, which are basically have no weapons but are extremely hard. And they fly through various different parts of the Enterprise, and like they disable its nacelles by basically flying through the pylons and cutting the nacelles off, and they take out the basically the bridge from the saucer section from the, I can't remember what they call it in Star Trek, like the main body. So imagine this is the saucer section of the bridge, and that's the main body. That's like the neck, the bit that connects them. They take that out. Look at that, Vala, go, Vala, go. Take that out. It's just really cool. But it does identify kind of like the weak spots of making. I mean, the Enterprise is not a warship, is it? It's an exploration ship, like most of the Trek ships. But like some warships in space, like having these sticky out bits, it's just not practical. Like Battlestars are probably my favourite types of spacey warships, because they fit for purpose, aren't they? The bridge, like on a Battlestar, this is not too dissimilar to a Battlestar shape. So imagine this shape, like, but with a blunted nose, and it comes round. And they have like launch pods on the side for the ships, and then the back, and then you got the engines and stuff like that. The bridge is usually in the middle, and it's one of the most armoured centres, and it's basically all radars and Dreadus and stuff like that. So the heart of the ship is basically protected, and the on most of the battle stars as well. So on Galactica, the launch bays. So say that's the launch bay, it's retractable and extendable. So you can basically bring it in, and it makes it a super armoured ship. I think I've said it before. I'd love a Battlestar Galactica mod for this game because I think it'd be fantastic. How are we doing on this station?
Pirate Freeport.
8%. Have we attracted the attention of any huts? Nope. We've just ICG like what's going on. I haven't seen that we've lost any ships. We've taken some damage. Some of the Naboo fighters have been damaged, but I think we basically. What's even left? Oh, we've got a couple of defence platforms along the top. So let's just, if we angle it like this, we should be able to kind of. Oh, the roll's a lot better now because of modifications. I can feel it. It's not brilliant. So our overall review of this ship, I would say it's a good heavy hitting ship. It's a good alternative to like your mainstays, your Moncals, your big Moncals, and your big Star Destroyers and that. Get a bit of rolling on. It's an old song, isn't it? Fred Durst, rolling, Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. If you never heard that song, then listen to it. Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit was it? Oh, we got shot by his own ships. Limp Bizkit. They were a band. Used to love Limp Bizkit. Still do actually. They were one of the bands. I don't quite know why, but people used to like, or the people like, not obviously not all people, because they were extremely successful back in the day. And like Fred Durst, he married to Britney Spears at some point, so he did pretty well for himself. Because old Britney, she turned into a bit of a nutter, didn't she? But she was very attractive. Probably still is attractive. Not seen any pictures of her. And she was famous. So, like, to be in a rock band and marry a pop star, it means you're doing well for yourself. But yeah, a lot of people that I kind of like knocked around with back in the day, they didn't like Limp Bizkit. Or they did to start with, and then they were like, oh, but they're sellouts. Which is something I never understood. Calling a band a sellout. It's like, well, the whole objective to be a popular band is to be a popular band, is to make money, and if that means like changing your style for something that fits, you're gonna do it, aren't you? And no one ever called Bowie a sellout. And how many different types of rock music did he make? He changed with the generations. He had like what were the different? Like, he had so many different stage personas, like Major Tom, Ziggy Stardust, was it Alad Hussein or something like that. Then he was David Bowie, coming right from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 90s. Love Bowie. Anyway, on that musical note, we've destroyed the station. Huzzah! We've got the new ship. Huzzah! So we are doing pretty damn well for ourselves. We have got 40 million in the bank as well. That's great. We've got a further These have nearly filled themselves up as well. That is hot. Look, pharmaceutical goods. You make so much money for us. That's great. On the Mandalorian front, if we look at the Mandalorian Death Watch, made 3 million with them. We're not making as much money at that one, but 3 million. Honest Energy Mandalore. Look at that. We can't be far off getting our new promotion with Mandalorians because their criteria. Let's have a quick look at that. So, let's remind us. I think we needed 2 stations. That's trading. Mail. I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Immigration. List of requirements. Mandalorians. MDW. I can't find it. It's all a big wall of text. There we go. 1 station. Making... That'll get us militia. Citizen. 550 credits. We should be at that. And then militia. Oh, we should... 1 production. So why are we not... Why are we not making... Why are we not a thingy yet? Have they just basically given it as it? Can we buy a Kel Derby? This is not classed as a frontier. Wait, what? Is this not classed as a frontier state? Have I made the age-old mistake? Is it because this is not classed as a defence station? It's making money. Right, Mandalorians. What can I buy from you? What can I buy from you, my friends? If we go extra large. No, can't have any of them. Ooh, buy Praetorian. Don't want a Praetorian. Right, I'll have a look into that. Maybe we need to build an actual, honest defense. Mandalorians on this particular playthrough seed. They are making a big old push. I've never seen them in Vortex. I've never seen them push through to Vortex. That's pretty damn good. And Doran looks like it's had a hammer in, which is pretty damn good. Alright, cool. So, that's it for this episode, I think. We've got ships exploring in fact, yeah, do a better job of exploring this system, please. We've got ships exploring down there. We've got ships exploring up here. I'm looking for that place. You know the one. I'm basically looking for the big Black Sun shipyards up here because they'll sell extra large ships. We might be even able to buy an ISD from if we so choose, but I don't really want an ISD. One last thing we will do then while we are here is we will find the Aegean Ocean Wharf and we will buy their ships, and we're going to buy a medium ship. That ship is going to be this one. I've already made a preset. Because I was very impressed with how this ship performed in the beginning of this episode. There are only 4 million, so we'll grab 2 of those to start off with, and we'll add it to our fleet because I think they'll make some nice, good screening ships. And apart from that, I think it's going to be a case of we're going to save up for the Munificent. So we can test one of those. That'll probably be one of the last big ships we've got for this fleet. And then we'll just fill it out with some smaller stuff. And then we're going to start pushing up here. We've got a problem fighting in Bothaway because there is hut stations, which we will need to take out. But if we start attacking those hut stations, the ICG is probably going to start crying, and we'll lose reputation with them, which is not going to be good. So we'll either jump into Lanark. Let's see. CSA Star Destroyed it. Oh, they've been attacking Geonota. Right. So if they can actually take out this defence station in Bothaway, then the huts will take. It'll be the controlling power. in this system, and then we can basically go and attack free will. If not, we will probably jump into Lannick and take out the stations in Lannick, see how that goes. Again, we need more firepower because there's going to be some big stations coming up with trading stations, and then there's obviously the ports, as well as so up here there's a couple of different stations. You've got Nar Shaddaa, Nal Hutta. They've got, I think they usually have piratey stations in there as well. So yeah, but we're going to need some firepower. I don't know whether or not we're just going to spam out some other ships. I mean, for the price, the Enoch Federation might be good. Like, just spam a bunch of Valas out. We'll check the Munificence as well. They might be a surprise. I was surprised at this one, which is now called the Reaver. How do you spell Reaver? How do you spell Reaver? How do you spell Reaver? Yeah, so I think that's probably right. I've probably put Reaver wrong. There might be an I in there. I don't know. I don't care. Dyslexic. Leave me alone. Yeah, so basically, that's going to be the plan. We're on the push now. I need to figure out what I've done wrong on the Mandalorians, because I thought by having a station in Ord Mantell with a claim module, is that not classed as a frontier defense station? Frontier defense station which with an administration / claim module in a government sector bordering either a contested, unclaimed or enemy sector. So stop moving. You are a station. You have got an admin center, which is a claim sector. You are in the Mandalorian government's residence, and you are bordering a enemy, which is the Galactic Empire. So I don't know, mate. Unless we haven't made all that much with them. Like Mandalorian Death Watch. So look. See, that has made that's apparently made 3 million. Oh, we're a proven warrior with those guys. I can't remember if I set that from default though. Yeah. Oh, our reputation's not high, so it needs to be plus 20, doesn't it? So that'll slowly tick up, and then we'll get access to the capital ships from them, and that'll prove when our heavy hitters come in. Right, cool. We now know. Right, so on that lovely note, I have been Captain Jack Gumption. This has been Star Wars X4 with a 0.73 mod installed. Hopefully very soon we are going to get the next update, which will be you guys resume your duties, 0.74 I believe, or it might be 0.8 something, which will be fun, but until then, thank you for watching as ever, and until next time.